Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back doing a best of 3 Crimson Vow draft, and we open Cheat Code. Yeah, we open Feel Bad, Dreadfeast Demon. This one's real dirty. Very poorly designed card. We're going to take it. Wins games in a very, let me push my shoe into your face kind of way. So we'll take that one. And passing some pretty good cards in here. Storm Chaser Drake, Ballista Watcher's fantastic. Other playables, the Villager, the Sharpshooter, the Recruit, Shield Basher's playable. Bat is well and good enough, same with Scab, but yeah, we'll take the dirty Feel Bad card here. Well, follow-up pick. Well, Undead Butler, we can get the Dreadfeast Demon right back. Plus, it just works well with the demon, doesn't it? Because then you sack it, and it's pretty cool, actually. You sack it to demon, and you even get another creature back. I like that. Yeah, we can take the demon. It's a good follow-up. It's a good card in general. Other cards in this pack worth mentioning. Well, I like Reckless Impulse. Lacerate Flesh is playable. Heron, Fierce Retribution. Arm the Cathars is better than I initially gave it credit for. We talked about Recruit already. Infestation Expert's a great werewolf. Binding Geist is playable. But yeah, we'll stick to Dreadfeast Demon color there and take the Butler. All right, best card here has got to be the Quartermaster, just because it's a fantastic card. Comes in, you get a flyer that's a pretty good body, buff up 2 other things. In black, we've got Doom Dissenter and Pointed Discussion, both of which are good too, but I would probably say Quartermaster is the best card remaining in this pack by quite a bit. There's Syncopate, which is playable. Ancestor, which is cheaper than Quartermaster and has lifelink, which is good protection, but I really like the Quartermaster, actually. So I'm going to take that one over the black cards for now. Okay, well, we can take another Butler. I'm okay with that. Don't want to mill ourselves out, though, I guess. Whatever, that's all right. Mind Leech Ghoul in here, Phalanx, Pummeler in red, which is good. Hunter, Mariner, Sharpshooter, these are all good. But yeah, we'll take Butler. Now we have multiple ways to get Demon back. All right, best card in the pack. Well, in black, we just have the Kiss. In white, we have Infantry, which is pretty good 2-drop. Or we can take Cobbled Lancer, which has pretty good synergy with Butler, actually. Well, just because this mills, so it kind of feeds your yard for Cobbled Lancer, which is pretty good. But I suppose we already have Quartermaster, so I'm okay taking the Infantry because it's a pretty good card too. Pretty good sack fodder for Demon. Comes down early. You really never feel bad about it trading with something because it's going to come back and be an aura at some point. And with Butler, you can feed your yard and get a spell out of your yard with it, so that's kind of good. Sanctify's a fine sideboard card. We are in best of 3, so actively considering sideboard here. Ooh, Fleeting Spirit. Now there is a good pickup. I'm going to take the Spirit over the Heron and the Pointed Discussion and the Ghoul and the Killer, all that. Fleeting Spirit, fantastic card. Also works well with Butler. In a pinch, start to be able to utilize your graveyard to give it first strike, which is just a real dirty aspect of Fleeting Spirit. Great card. All right, good beater. Okay, so now there's Doom Dissenter, Heron Blessed Geist, Perish Blade, Trainee. So we already have a couple expensive things. And like I said, we definitely want to play black because we have Dreadfeast. Demon is just far and away the best card we have. Probably take the Dissenter here over the Geist and the Trainee. I kind of like Heron Blessed Geist, but it's easy to find enough late game most of the time, I would say. It's also Ceremonial Knife in here, which is not bad. But Doom Dissenter, I think, is going to be okay. I mean, this really isn't an optimal color scheme for it. Because currently we have 0 exploit, but it's okay. I'm all right taking it. All right, we can take the Rallier here. It's playable. Best card in the pack is probably Recruit. Rallier is totally playable, though, can trade. Otherwise, we could take 20 gems, but, I mean, To be honest, Rallier typically doesn't make my decks. I don't have a great explanation why. I think it's just I usually have more and better playables. You can take the Mind Leech Ghoul here. It's totally fine with Dissenter. Dissenter into Ghoul is totally fine play. It's also just a 2-drop that can randomly trade. There's also Shield Basher, which is actually kind of good and beats down fairly well, but I feel fine with taking a Mind Leech Ghoul. Or we could take Bride's Gown and hope to get the Groom's Finery or whatever, but no. I'm not going to mess around with that. Arm the Cathar. I mean, it deals 1 billion damage, so it's clearly the pick, but we're looking more like, all right, here I'm going to take Sanctify for sideboard. It's a good sideboard card. Skulking Killer really isn't that good anyway, so all right. All the Sanctifies, some late green stuff. Well, I think we got more than enough Sanctifies. If we ever go up against those artifact enchantment decks, they don't stand a chance. 3 Sanctifies. Last pick, Recruit. Well, it kind of seems like... Oh my goodness. That is ridiculous. Well, now we just need to live. All we have to do is live, and we're good. Because if we can live long enough to get to Dreadfeast Demons, it's going to be pretty tough to lose. Talk about feel bads. Wow. Infestation Expert in green in here. Blood Crazed Socialite in white. We have another Rallier. Whatever. Okay. So there's Griff Rider, which has flying, Blood Fountain, but we already have a couple Butlers, which are kind of similar to Blood Fountain. Could take the Courier Bat. This is where Courier Bat's at its best typically, although we don't have any life gain. Could take the Desperate Farmer instead. That gives us the life gain to turn on stuff like Courier Bat, and it's a pretty good card in general. Works well with sacrificing and when Butler dies and stuff like that. They're both good. I'm going to go for the Farmer just because I like the lifelink. Could go for the Griff Rider too, honestly. But I'm going to go for the lifelink. I feel like gaining life, probably a good idea for us. Buys us some time. All right, Circle of Confinement. Great pickup. I just realized our deck, even though we have 2 Dreadfeast Demons, has like 0 interaction with our opponent's board currently. So Circle of Confinement, very important card for our deck currently. We'll take it over Infantry, Basher, Trainee, and be happy we have it because we're going to need more removal, I think, too. Ooh, Minister. There we go. Well, Minister's just a good card in general. Good for all white decks. And good if we... Well, if we had the Courier Bat, Minister would be better, but I still feel fine with taking the Farmer here because, like I said, lifelink's good, and gaining life with Minister is going to be good for us, too. Ooh, another Circle. We'll take it over Ghoul, Discussion, and Squire. All the removal we can muster here. So, could take the Griff Rider. It's a flyer. Fairly cheap one. Gets bigger. Yeah. Otherwise, we're taking Undying Malice or something. Or I guess we're taking Heron Blessed Geist. No. 2 7-drops. I think we're spent on top end for now. Now we need to make sure we have enough low end. All right. Scavenger is a fantastic card. Very, very much like this card. Death Touch is great, and draining, and it's a zombie, it's a good body. You're taking it over Evolving Wilds, I feel fine about that. Well, Dahlia is just fine here. Dreadfeast Demon is a creature, so it's not getting more expensive. And to be honest, we barely have any non-creature spells. We have an Arm the Cathar and 2 Circle of Confinements, and that's it. Other than that, we're like all creature. Yeah, Dahlia looks amazing here. Not to mention it's a 2-mana, 2-power first striker. I guess we'll take another Rallier. Boarded Windows is... I actually don't hate Boarded Windows. What are the chances I'm playing Ralliers here? Honestly, it's pretty low, but they are pretty good blockers, I guess. And attackers sometimes, too. I mean, they're good with training. Our early game is looking great. Ooh, got the Bat back with Minister and Farmer. That's pretty excellent. Arm the Cathar is quite good, and we have a lot of... This is weird because I would say if this deck didn't have Dreadfeast Demon, Arm the Cathar would be an amazing plan for us. It might still be an amazing plan for us, but it's a little bit weird. I kind of doubt Parish Blade Trainee makes the deck. We'll take the Lantern. Point of Discussion is good value. I mean, I don't love paying life, but you get a lot of value out of it. All right. Can take the Heron here. I found Heron to just be good. Gains life, turns all your other life gainers into more life gain. Valdarin Estate can turn into like free value stuff, but in Grisly Ritual is removal, which we barely have any of. But Heron is good. I think it kind of can flip games, believe it or not. So I'll take it. The flying and the lifelink and the gaining extra life is very good. So Persistent Specimen in general is not bad. This, I don't think we want it for us. I mean, we have some self-mill, so it could be... I don't think it's doing it. It's cool with Demon, but Demon is good on its own. It doesn't need help. Maybe we just take the Knife, but to be honest, I don't love Knife here either. I don't think we take Shield Basher. It's more of a beatdown card. A lot of good blue stuff in here. I guess I'll take Knife just because we have so much cheap stuff. Minister number 2. Now that one I want. And maybe we'll get the Bat back again. Yeah, Ministers are very good. Getting that life gain. So we can take another Bat. I think I'll take that over the Geist. Or we could just take the Evolving Wilds, but we've got a decent amount of life gain now, and Bats are seeming kind of good for that, I think. We can take Slayer at least as a sideboard card against Vampire decks. Grolnok in here. Socialite, Squire, Undying Malice. We can consider the Socialite. It's a good card. Get more card draw value out of it. Officiant, Beguiler. Guess we take another Dissenter as like a chump blocker. To be honest, I think they might not make the deck. Just because we have a lot of goodies in here. I don't think Trainee makes the deck. Ooh, another Heron of Hope. Well, with 2 Ministers, I'm a little more tempted to take the Heron. I mean, these turn into little just two life gain at a time things. And I'm pretty confident that the Herons are going to make the deck. They fly, they can get you life gain. I'm going to take it over Griff Rider. They seem better for decks that want to survive longer, in my opinion. I'll take another Slayer in case, you know, if we run up against aggro Vamps, we're probably going to want them. I don't think they're that good, but it's okay. We really are lacking in the interaction front, aren't we? Specimen versus Shield Basher. Honestly, I don't think either one makes the deck. We have to make a few cuts already. Not that we'll have a hard time doing that, though. I'd say Fearful Villager is the best card remaining there. Hmm. 23 creatures. Well, we can pretty easily cut 5 creatures here, I would say. I guess we can take another Trainee, but doesn't matter. All right. Let's get this deck squared away, shall we? It's a great deck. Very, very good deck. Let's make sure we have enough early game to survive that onslaught. I think we do. We're going to run 17 lands, obviously, because we have 2 7-drops that are the whole point of this deck. Probably don't need the Dissenters or the Ghoul, but I want to make sure we're not cutting too much. Well, if I cut 5 creatures, let's say I cut the Dissenters, the Ghoul, and the Ralliers, where does that leave me on the creature front? 18 creatures, so I don't even need to cut any non-creatures because it's just 2 circles, a knife, Arm the Cathars, which... Yeah, Arm the Cathars typically more for like a beatdown deck, which we are not, but still going to be good with like Heron of Hope or Desperate Farmer. Get big life swings with Vigilance. Okay, I mean, it wins games. and it deals a lot of damage. So it's just, I was going to say, I don't know how much of an attacker deck we are, but we certainly look like we're an attacker deck. We've got Spirit, Thalia, some flyers that get bigger, lifelink. Yeah, it's probably fine. The Ministers. I mean, obviously it looks like a good deck. We have 2 Dreadfeast Demons. And I'm fine with the 9-8 split because we technically have more white and we don't need the double black until we get to 7 mana, so... Yeah, I mean, this is definitely pretty good looking deck. The low removal could definitely cost us. Absolutely. We'll see if it does, because this is how we're running it. All right, I'm satisfied. Let's run it like this. I'll see you round 1. All right, looks good. Opponent mulls to 5. What's the over-under on us milling one of our Dreadfeast Demons, huh? Oh, look at that. Infantry. Spell out of the yard. Very nice. Ooh, another Minister. Well, guess best use of mana is pointed discussion, so we probably do that instead. Well, there it is. The man, the myth, the legend. So next turn we can play Socialite or Scavenger or Heron. Kind of cool with Heron. Because then we gain more life too. All right, that's fair. So we'll go land. So we're going to be doing probably Socialite plus Minister this turn. Which means we're not gaining life with Heron of Hope, but I don't know if that matters. We still gain 2. Yeah, this is fine. Get him for 3. All right, so we got Dreadfeast Demon next turn. So I think we can actually do this. Still get a career bat back too. Wow. When do we sack? In step. All right. Oh, let's see. They have the double block. Silly. Very silly. They also mulled a 5, which doesn't make it that much more fair. So, they are a deck that's utilizing their graveyard. We do have the Lantern. It's not a bad option. It replaces itself, too. I'm kind of okay bringing it in. You have to exile from all graveyards, though, which unfortunately affects us, too. I don't know why it has to be all graveyards. Shouldn't it be your opponent's? It's not like the card would be too good if it was exile your opponent's graveyard and draw a card. Would it? I mean, Tormod's Crypt was free. Granted, you didn't get to draw a card, but whatever. It's making me question whether it's even worth it then if it's like that. The Heron Blessgeist is pretty good for them, though, if they have... I mean, in general, Heron Blessgeist is pretty good, but... Because we don't have much... I mean, Heron of Hope does not pair particularly well against Heron Blessgeist. It's true. Nor do the bats. Well, I guess Knife can help, though. Well, I suppose we'll run it back. I'll consider Lantern to Lost still. I just don't like it that much because we have 2 bats, 2 butlers. We kind of want our graveyard as well. We'll keep it. Looks pretty good. All right. Take a Knife. Not bad. Ah, infantry. Well, I guess I'd rather start with the infantry. It beats down a little bit harder. Wedding announcement. There's a real good one. Let's see. So... guess we'll attack for 2 and do the butler. All right. So we can get Bleeding Spirit back at some point. Ah. Desperate Farmer is pretty good. Let's do a Heron of Hope of our own here. Unfortunately, their Heron's going to be out of range for ours. All right. So I think the play is just the Farmer and then equip the Heron of Hope. And then pass. Ah. Unfortunately, my circle can't hit any of their guys here. And I don't have any flyers. So I guess we'll attack with the infantry. Well, another Heron couldn't hurt. I mean, I'm kind of okay attacking here because we gained 6 life. They're probably going to block with some 2/2s. But then I guess their Brinecomber comes back too. Maybe I need to circle the Brinecomber first. I mean, double blocking doesn't do anything against Adamant Will, so I guess I'll just block. Guess it wouldn't have done anything against Cradle of Safety either, so that's okay. We do need to be hitting land drops each turn if possible, though. They do have an aura too, unfortunately, so they can get their Heron Blessgeist back. I feel like I need to hit my land drops here, so let's dump the Socialite. Not the worst. There's our land as well. So we'll do the Griff Rider, and we'll Circle of Confinement. I think I guess the Brinecomber probably. I mean, I can't hit any of their flyers, so... Alright. So I think we probably double block the Heron. That way we just lose our Heron. But we do take 8 flying. I think we're probably dead next turn, unfortunately. But we saw the wedding festivities, so we can at least bring in a Sanctify or 2. We probably need to gain some life here. So, Heron or Farmer? Well, I'm probably sacrificing whatever, so maybe it's just like the cheapest thing. Yeah, that actually kind of makes sense. That's pretty slick. Oh. So we can do Minister? I don't know. Gain life? All right. Feel bad, dirt gets there. We'll see for the next one. All right, round 2. We'll play first. Yeah, it's a keep. Good draw there. Sure. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, Fleeting Spirit. No, we want to do the more expensive creature here, the Farmer. It's actually, we can potentially trade with Farmer, play Bat, and get it back, which is kind of nice. All right, I need to remember not to play 2 spells in 1 turn. I must remember. So, I mean, best use of mana is Infantry on a Farmer. I kind of like that. We get in for an 8-point life swing here. It's pretty huge. Granted, we don't have a creature in our yard anymore, but it's still pretty good. Sure. I'm willing to make this trade, too. I don't even know if they do, if they have a removal spell. That's fine. We'll just play Bat. And I have to remember, not 2 spells in 1 turn. Very important. Very, very important. Made that mistake too many times. Ooh, Piper. That's a good one. All right, well, we've got Demon next turn, so that's pretty slick. All right, sounds good. We're gonna sack the Bat to make the Farmer big. So we'll get him for 2 here, and Demon. All right. Dirt for the win. Have I told you guys that WotC are amazing at their job? Best designers the world over. They've definitely found the most talented individuals to design cards. This much I'm certain of. Certain of it. Let's see. Especially since Dreadfeast Demon is seeing so much constructed play. I mean, it's just every single constructed deck is just... Oh, wait. No, that's not true. No one's running Dreadfeast Demon in constructed. Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot. Well, Howling Moon, I guess, is something I could bring in Sanctify for. Their deck looks great. They have a bunch of werewolves. They have the Piper, which is just a dirty card. Piper and Howling Moon is a pretty good little werewolf suite, rare suite. And then Wedding Crasher's fantastic, too. Slinger's good. Technically can blow up our Ceremonial Knife. I don't really want to bring a Sanctified just for a Howling Moon, but I mean, Howling Moon is pretty legit. It definitely made it so I couldn't cast 2 spells in 1 turn. But yeah, I don't know what I would prefer here, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I guess Militia Rallier doesn't pair particularly well against what they're doing either. I mean, they do look kind of beat down, though. Wolf, Disciple. Remember, the front side of all werewolves are humans, so this is going to get bigger. But it's not like we're lacking an early game. I guess we run her back. I mean, basically, once again, we just have to survive long enough to get Dreadfeast Team in, and we're fine. It's a keep. No black mana, but Minister buys us a little bit of time, hopefully. I mean, the thing about werewolves is these creatures have huge power. But Heron and Ministers just work really well together, I think. So, personally, I think it's always better to attack when you can with Minister. Uh-oh. Ooh. Timely Swamp. Alright. That's pretty good. So we have to remember we want to... I guess I could have gotten the Scavenger there. Maybe that would have been good. Alright, let's play the Heron. So we gain 2 life. I'll double block. I'm alright with it. They have Massive Might. They'll kill one of our dudes or whatever. And then I'll get a Courier Bat back. I don't get it. Let's see. Yeah, I think we just get the bat. It's like free value for us. Wow. That was a good draw. I'm going to get in for 5 here. Let's see. So we have 6 mana. We can do the Heron plus the Fleeting Spirit. They have the Sharpshooter to block, but it's not a huge deal. Another option is the Bat, but we can't do the Bat plus the Heron. Honestly, I think we just go Heron plus Spirit and get in there. Doesn't matter, yeah. So they have reach, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to get in for 3 points of damage here. And they don't kill anything. And we gain 3 life. And I can't imagine their attack's amazing here. And we flip their dudes back, so a lot of pluses there. Sure, so now we can't do 2 spells in 1 turn, but less relevant now in this point in the game. Wow, multiple Wolfkin Outcasts is pretty good. No attacks, oh. Oh, Thalia. Well, I have to remember, I don't want to cast 2 spells in 1 turn. So I think the play is this thinger. And we have 6 mana. So I think we want to get back the Scavenger. So we attack with the 3 flyers. And if I'm only doing one spell, then we probably just go buff here plus bat. You just gain a boatload of life. And yeah, we get back the scavenger here. It's gonna win the game for us. All right. See you for round 3. That is a keep. Pretty good looking hand. Both colors. Got a butler. Some 4-drops. All right. Arm the Cathars. I did think it was kind of an awkward card for the deck, but that's all right. I mean, it's a powerful card. No creature mill. Uh-oh. Statue's a good one. We do have Sanctify. Sanctify on a wedding invitation, not my favorite, but that's all right. Dahlia was a good draw. Really happy to draw something we can play this turn, especially given that our deck is almost devoid of non-creature spells. So, question is, do we want to do the Socialite or the Heron first? I feel like it's a reasonable question because Socialite presents more damage, but Heron presents lifelink. Uh-oh. Henrika. There's a good one. Yeah, Henrika is real strong. All right, well, guess we do. So I could bluff. I could attack with Thalia and bluff. But I think we'll just do Heron and set up for an Arm the Cathar, probably. It's more expensive now because of Thalia. Guess they missed their land drop too. It's nice. But they did draw the extra card off Henrika, and they have the foreboding statue, so. Okay, all right. Can handle a Kindly Ancestor. It will be able to get pumped with Henrika, but that's all right. So if they do the sacrifice, they sack the Kindly Ancestor. I don't know if that matters. Kind of okay, maybe just sacking a butler. No, they're ready to flip. Okay. They're going to get busted already? Seems a bit early. No attacks. Well, that one I wasn't expecting. So, oh, let's see. I mean, I want the Griff Rider, but we probably do the Socialite. I mean, the Griff Rider can block the Henrika, but it does not make the best use of mana. But Griff Rider with Arm the Cathar is going to be better because then it gets bigger too. I think we're going to make the best use of mana right now. Because we can train Griff Rider coming up here. I don't know. I want to be able to use mana to give Heron of Hope life gain too. Keeps Kindly Ancestor back, sort of. I mean, they can pump it, but I think this is okay for now. I'm kind of hoping Thalia is doing something against my opponent right now. Because they're a little bit mana starved. Which is good. Good news for us. No legal Diregraph Scavenger targets yet. Hoping to find one in Kindly Ancestor at some point. So they got the mana. Ah, Quartermaster. That's a good one. Sure. Still a good block. Oh, well, I guess not against that one. So I suppose we'll take 4. Okay, so no creatures to bring back yet. Kind of feel like we can dump something, maybe? We do have... I mean, we can dump the Griff Rider, but we can't attack with the Heron yet. I see the dilemma. We can't attack with Socialite, but kind of feel like we want that extra land. So maybe I dump the Bat, particularly since I don't actually have a target for it. Because we need the land in order to go... I think we play the Rider here, and then at least next turn I can do the Arm the Cathar plus lifelink on the Heron, plus train the Griff Rider. That might be okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to gain enough life here, though, unfortunately. They have a boatload of cards in hand there. So they do have pump capabilities with Henrika. I think I'm going to take it. I'm going to try and use... Or I could double block the Quartermaster, but I'm going to try and hopefully do something with Arm the Cathar this turn. But they have a grip full of removals, so it's a tough spot. But we'll go for it. We'll go for it. All right, they're playing stuff. I guess that's good. So now I don't have to worry about removal. All right, sounds good. Got our 7th land, which is fine. Let's just do Arm 4, 2, or 4, or sorry, 3, 2. One here. Do I want to attack with the Socialite? That's the real question here. Let's see. Socialite can get double blocked by an Efficient and a Thresher, so I don't think so. I think we just attack with these two, which is fine. It's going to work. We'll take it. They probably take it. Oh, I almost forgot to give lifelink there. Pretty important lifelink, I would say. We need that 6 life pretty badly there. I mean, I suppose we have a double block for Henrika now, but yeah, that's a tough spot. Oh, geez. Guess not anymore. I'll trade with a Griff Rider. We don't have our... I mean, we have 2 Dreadfeast Demons in deck, so... I don't see Radiant Grace all that often. Can I get back with that? I can get the bat back. That'll work, I guess. Block there. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess we'll triple block the Thresher and they'll kill 2 of my guys. Wait. Yeah, we'll have to do it this. We don't have to do it this way. This gives them a choice. Yeah, whatever. Well, surprisingly, they wanted to kill the butler. I don't think we can live here. They're going to get us with the invitation. Well, at least Sanctify looks good with Circle of Confinement. And I guess Radiant Grace and half of a Kindly Ancestor and Foreboding Statue. So we have targets. That's probably good enough here. We actually do die to Henrika and Wedding Invitation because they can just pump. All right, even if we had ripped the thing there, we would have died, so that's okay. We'll bring in some Sanctifies. Probably 2. I'm okay with that. We can afford to cut creatures if we want. Weakest creatures in our deck are probably... Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can cut non-creatures too, because I kind of like all of our creatures. I guess I like Griff Rider a little bit less, just because it doesn't pair remarkably well against our opponent. So maybe I can cut the Griff Rider. And then for the second one, it can either be a knife or an Arm the Cat. Probably the knife, I guess. Because I don't know how often we're attacking. And Arm the Cathar can be good. Because I don't know what other creature I want to cut. I kind of like all of our creatures. Socialite, maybe? All right, let's just do this. On the play, no white mana, 2 white spells. I think I'll keep. This is probably a little bit dangerous because we don't have white mana, but we are making land drops for 4 turns. We have a butler. I feel like our late game is very solid. Well, we got the white mana. Good. Sure. All right. 3 creatures. That's pretty good. Purifier. That's a good one too. Ah. Well, it's actually a reasonable play here. Sure. 2 cards left. Not bad. Dahlia, we'll take it. Does make our stuff more expensive, but that's all right. If they use the blood token, we'll take it. All right, they didn't. There's our Dreadfeast Demon, so that's good. Guess we're in hangout mode. Is this an instant? No, I forgot it's a sorcery. All right. We'll hang out. Just need a couple more lands. So block here, double block here. Sure. Oh, you just got everything. Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, how many cards do we have in our graveyard? 6 in our graveyard. Okay, so we could get the Fleeting Spirit back. But we only have 1 white. But we need a blocker for the Purifier. So I think I am going to do the Spirit. Yeah, I'm going to do this. So this way we have a blocker for Purifier. Wish we had another white mana. That's unfortunate. Wish we were drawing lands too, so we could get towards this Dreadfeast Demon. All right. Well, I guess the good news is I can get rid of Arm the Cathar. It's unfortunate we're losing this way. And they're going to get to draw a card, which is also unfortunate. Well, that helps. But, I mean, the major issue is, of course, just not having the not having the extra whites just killing us here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're just getting mauled by not having that extra white mana. Because we would just be able to be so much stronger here. So we'll probably discard, honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I guess Heron. I don't want to, but I'm going to just die next turn, so I probably need to gain life to survive. But unfortunately, I don't think Dreadfeast brings us back into this game anymore, which is unfortunate. Because Dreadfeast Demon is supposed to be your ace in the hole. Can't afford to take 6. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Can't afford to take 6, can't afford to not take 6. Ah, just too late. Too late, my friend. Too late. All right. Well, ended up going 2-1 with the dirty deck. Ultimately, we just couldn't survive long enough, which we knew was the problem with our deck. We had late game on lockdown if we could survive long enough, but we did not survive long enough in round 3. So the Feel Bad did not get there. It's probably a good thing. Feel Bad probably shouldn't get there, because Feel Bad is a Feel Bad is the worst aspect of this format. This format, outside of the rares, was really well designed, so that's a good thing that the Feel Bads don't always win. Very, very good thing. All right, let's do some pack one, pick ones. All right, take the Resistance Squad. 3-mana, 3/2 with card draw upside. It's just very good, and getting humans is just not that difficult. Dormant Grove's good. Obviously, Traveling Minister's good, but yeah, I'd go with the Resistance Squad. Pack one, pick one here. Go with the Abrade. Solid removal. Pack one, pick one here. Go with... Well, Skullscab's good. I mean, it's a build around gold card. Otherwise, there's Cruel Witness, which is a flyer. Opens me up for more archetypes. I'd probably go with the gold card. Skullscab upside is pretty significant. Spitting out 2/2s every time you exploit is pretty good for that deck. Pack one, pick one here. I'd go with the Foreboding Statue just because it's colorless and I really like the card. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.